In this video, we are going to learn about perimeter of a square and a rectangle. Here we have a grid. With each small square in this grid has a side of 1 unit long. That means each side of this small square is 1 unit. Now let's take a square A and we want to find out the perimeter of square A. First of all, let's see what is a perimeter. So a perimeter is a distance along the outline of the two-dimensional shape. Or in other words, we can say it is the length of the boundary or the border of the two-dimensional shape. So if we count the units along the outline or the boundary of the two-dimensional shape, we may be able to find the perimeter of that shape. So let's count how many units are along the outline of square A. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units that makes the outline of square A. Therefore, we can say perimeter of square A is 8 units. But we know all four sides of a square are equal. That means they are of same length. So each side of square A are of same length. So this side is 2 units, this side is 2 units, this side is 2 units and this side is also 2 units. So if we add the lengths of all the sides of square A, that is 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, we will get 8 units. So either way, we are getting the same answer for the perimeter of square A, that is 8 units. Now let's take one more square B and let's find out what is the perimeter of square B. How about you pause the video and count how many units are along the outline of square B. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12 units that makes the outline of square B. Therefore, we can say perimeter of square B is 12 units. But again, all the sides of square B are of same length, that is 3 units. So this side is 3 units, this side is 3 units, this side is 3 units, and this side is also 3 units. So if we add the lengths of all the sides of square B, that is 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, we will get 12 units. So either way, we are getting the same answer for the perimeter of square B, that is 12 units. So basically, if we add up the lengths of all the sides of any two-dimensional shape, so that shape could be square, rectangle or a triangle, we get the perimeter of that shape. Now notice while finding the perimeter of these squares, we added the lengths of all the sides of these squares. So for perimeter of square A, we added 2 4 times. So in another way, we can write it as 4 times 2. That will again give us 8 units. Similarly, for the perimeter of square B, we added 3 4 times. So here also we can write it as 4 times 3, that is again 12 units. So here 2 is the length of each side of square A and here 3 is the length of each side of square B. So if we know the length of a side of any square, then 4 times of that length will give us the perimeter of that square. Therefore, we can conclude that the perimeter of any square is 4 times the length, where length is the length of the side of that square. So we can use this formula to calculate the perimeter of any square. Okay, now we know what is a perimeter. It is a distance along the outline of the two-dimensional shape. Now let's take the same grid And we know that each square in this grid has a side that is 1 unit long. So here we have a rectangle A, and now we want to find out the perimeter of rectangle A. So once again, let's count how many units are along the outline of rectangle A. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12 units that makes the outline of rectangle A. Therefore, we can say the perimeter of rectangle A is 12 units. But we know opposite sides of the rectangle are equal. That means they are of same length. So the two longest opposite sides and the two shortest opposite sides are of equal length. So the longest side of rectangle A measures 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. So this side is 5 units. Therefore, this side is also 5 units because they are opposite to each other, so they are of same length. Similarly, the shortest side is of 1 unit. So, this side is also 1 units because they are opposite to each other, so they are of same length. So, if we add the lengths of all the sides of rectangle A, that is 5 plus 1 plus 5 plus 1 will give us 12 units. So either way we are getting the same answer for the perimeter of rectangle A, that is 12 units. Now let's take rectangle B and let's find out what is the perimeter of rectangle B. So how about you pause the video and count how many units are along the outline of rectangle B. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 units that makes the outline of rectangle B. Therefore, perimeter of rectangle B is 10 units. But again, the opposite sides of rectangle B are also of same length. So the longest side is of 1, 2, 3 units. So this side is also 3 units because these are opposite to each other, so they are of same length. Similarly, the shortest side is of 1, 2 units. So this side is also 2 units because they are opposite to each other, so they are of same length. So again, if we add the lengths of all the sides of rectangle B, that is 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2, we will get 10 units. So once again, either way we are getting the same answer for the perimeter of rectangle B, that is 10 units. Okay, now we know the longest side of a rectangle is a length and the shortest side of a rectangle is a width. So while finding the perimeter of these rectangles, we added the lengths of all the sides of these rectangles. So here we added length 2 times and width 2 times. So let's group length together and width together. So we will get 5 plus 5 plus 1 plus 1. So here we have added length twice and width twice. So we can write this in another way as 2 times 5 plus 2 times 1. Now according to the property of multiplication over addition, we can write this as twice the sum of 5 plus 1, where 2 is distributed over 5 and 1. So do we get the same answer if we solve this expression? Let's see. So 2 times 5 plus 1 is 6. So 2 times 6 is 12 units. So we are getting the same answer, 12 units for the perimeter of rectangle A. Now similarly here also for perimeter of rectangle B, we can group the lengths together, that is 3 plus 3, and widths together. So that is 2 plus 2. So we are adding length twice and width twice. Therefore we can also write this in another way as 2 times 3 plus 2 times 2, and that is same as twice the sum of 3 plus 2. So once again, let's see if we are getting the same answer, that is 10 units after solving this expression. So pause the video and check if we get the same answer after solving this expression for the perimeter of rectangle B, that is 10 units. Therefore, we will get 2 times 3 plus 2 is 5. So 2 times 5 is 10 units. Now here 5 is the length of rectangle A and 3 is the length of rectangle B, and 1 is the width of rectangle A and 2 is the width of rectangle B. So if we know the length and the width of a rectangle, then twice the sum of length and width, twice the sum of length and width will give us the perimeter of that rectangle. Therefore, we can conclude the perimeter of a rectangle is twice the sum of length and width. So we can use this formula to calculate the perimeter of any rectangle.